Alright, hey guys, just shooting out a little video. Myself and Ollie have come up with some changes and restructuring for our programming in the gym. Nothing too crazy, it's just that over the last 5 years the demands of CrossFit and the ability of our athletes has increased tenfold. So to allow or to accommodate for both the much fitter and much stronger athlete that we now have in our gym, and also the newer athletes coming into CrossFit, we've decided to go with a couple of different streams within our classes. So it's not segmenting or breaking anything up too much. It's going to still flow all together as one group, but we do have some really good changes and really exciting differences in our programming that are going to allow everyone to have an awesome time and get what they want from the classes. So I'm going to throw over to Ollie. He's going to talk about that, and then I'm also going to discuss how our extras program is going to fit in with our performance side of things. So over to you, Ollie.
So guys, we're going to take things from a catch-all load that the whole class does and actually divide the group depending on what your goals are. So we've got 2 streams of programming and now being introduced. We've got our fitness stream. Fitness stream is going to have more of a focus on increasing your capacity in terms of engine work, more I guess a conditioning focus with that respect. And the biggest change you'll notice with the fitness stream is that there's less sole heavy barbell workouts and also a reduction in some of our more complex movements. The performance stream is going to be a complete approach to strength and conditioning. It's going to have a whole aspect of the program, which is going to be all of our heavy lifts, all of our more complex movements, and then all of the aspects that the fitness stream does as well. There's no minimum skill level requirement to go into either the fitness stream or the performance stream. The aspect is going to be determined on what your goals are for your training. So if you have been doing CrossFit for a while, but your approach is less about the performance side of things and more about just general physical fitness, then you'll be well served to jump across into the fitness stream. So each day we're going to have both workouts written up on the board as normal, and you'll just select which workout you'll be doing in that day depending on what your goals are for your training. Now you are able to swap between the two, but what I need you to understand is that consistency in the program is where a huge amount of your success comes. So avoid swapping on a daily basis if possible. Now the 2 workouts will run side by side. So even though there's a difference in respect to the movements that are in there, they'll both have a similar approach and a similar time duration on the workout as well. And this is going to allow us to run both workouts side by side rather than splitting the group up and dividing the gym between the performance and the fitness streams. If you do elect to jump in the performance stream and there's a movement in that workout for the day that you can't perform as prescribed, it'll be business as usual with our approach to that, and we'll just scale it as necessary. So there's no requirement for you to be able to perform all movements as RX'd to jump across into the performance aspect.
Alright, thanks Ollie. So to wrap up on what Ollie was saying, essentially we've made these changes due to feedback from you guys in the gym, which is awesome. And it's not something that we're trying to push on you. It's something that we really want you guys to choose and sort of pick your own path. So we're definitely not going to select or elect anyone to go into any stream. That's not what this is about. And we also always encourage as much feedback as you can provide. So whether that's via email, phone, or through Wodify, any of those streams are great for you to let us know how you feel about it. And just know that this is only a trial and it's not forever. In addition to that, we're not the only ones that are doing this. So globally, there are some bigger CrossFit gyms in the States and also around the world that are sort of toying with this idea. We remember a long time ago when we first started CrossFit, if we ever saw 80 kilos for any sort of movement in a workout or a conditioning workout, that was seen as insane and crazy big weight. And now we regularly do that. I guess the difference is there's still people that are new to CrossFit and that 80 kilos seems very, very much unachievable. So we need to sort of try and broaden our field. The top end of fitness has increased, and obviously the lower end is still the same, where people are just coming into strength and conditioning. So I'm excited about the changes, and I hope you are too. All right, moving on. When sort of in the same vein with our extras programming, we've been trying to program for everyone, which again is hard because extra work is normally suited to the individual to focus on areas that they need to work on. So we're going to break it down. This might not come in as quick as the fitness performance changes over the next coming weeks, but we are going to break it down eventually to a skills section, a conditioning section, and a strength component. Now you might choose to work on one or all three. They will all go hand in hand, essentially with the performance side of our general programming. And when we go into our extras, you may just select that, hey, I'm going to work on the skill for the day. That skill may be complex barbell movements, it might be complex gymnastics movements, it may be basic gymnastics movements. We're also going to have some conditioning, which will be pure monostructural generally most of the time, but we may also have an extra shorter, sharper workout, or also a longer one. So the huge variety there, but it's generally going to be focusing on just getting that capacity up, whether we do run repeats, row repeats, whether we actually do some gymnastics in amongst there, or some weightlifting as well. That will be varied to try and keep it as fun as possible. And then lastly, we have our strength component. So that may include some extra squatting, deadlifting, pressing, all of those sorts of things that we can't always force into our classes in our 1 hour. Now, that's not to say that the classes are going to change. The classes are still going to have back squats, deadlifts, all the strength pieces. But as we try and get to that higher end of performance, and we do need to do extra work to push those boundaries, then that's where we're going to pick up on those more frequent strength movements. So just to conclude and to wrap up and put all this in a bit of a nutshell, we're moving to a fitness and performance stream in our classes. So within that, you get to decide wherever you work, and I want you to focus more on looking at it as it's a goal of where you want to be. So if you want to hit that top end performance eventually, then you'll work in our performance stream no matter what your ability level is. If you're less worried about the performance side of things and winning the CrossFit Games, or just even competing locally, you're not too worried about that, you're just coming in to have a good time and get fit and look after yourself for general physical fitness, then you may choose just to hang out in our fitness stream most of the time, and that's cool as well. And then going on from there, our extras programming, you'll have a few different options, and if you've got the time of day and you do really want to push up performance, then you might choose to do all three of our strength, conditioning, and skill pieces. If not, you may just choose to do one and have a bit of fun and progress a little bit from there. So all in all, guys, not too much is going to change in the way we actually run things. All the classes are still going to have fitness and performance. All the classes are still going to be CrossFit, and we're going to continue to have a ball. We're just trying to broaden the experience up for everyone. So yeah, let's hit it hard, and again, be sure to give us heaps of feedback. One more thing, guys, to get a good idea of how this is actually going to look on paper, please see the attached document or the document on our website on the blog. Go through, have a read through, and there's some examples of how a week would pan out for both fitness and performance.